What's up, guys? It's Oblivious Gamer here, and today I just wanted to talk about some news that we have with regards to the Atelier series. Now, as we all know, Atelier Ryza 3 is almost here upon us, but we also did get an announcement that Atelier Mary is getting a remake. Now, for those that don't know, Atelier Mary, otherwise known as Atelier Mary, the Alchemist of Salburg, is, if I'm not mistaken, the first Atelier series game. It was a game that was released in 1997 for the PlayStation 1, and I also think, if I'm not mistaken, it was never ported outside. So all this time there has only been the Japanese editions. Now, there was a live streamer event where, of course, Atelier Mary Remake was announced, and there was some information that was released, and now we have a new trailer and some gameplay video to check out how the game will look and how it will play. Now, before I continue, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. As I mentioned, the Atelier Mary Remake is going to be launching worldwide, unlike the original that only came out in Japan. Now, this game is coming out July 13th on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. Now, we don't know the pricing yet for the US, we don't know the pricing yet for the Western version, or at least the US version. Though in Japan, the standard edition will cost 6,380 yen. So I'm assuming this is not going to be a $60 game. I'm assuming this either is going to be a $40 to $50 game that we're going to see. There is, of course, some limited editions also available in Japan and a digital deluxe edition. Now, as I mentioned before, this is going to be a full remake of the 1997 release PlayStation title. And of course, they are adding some new elements to the game. Personally, I've never played this game. I never played Atelier Mary. I personally played Ryza, and Ryza was sort of my introduction to the franchise, and I've been deviating and trying out other games that they have released. I am curious about this game. I think most likely I will give it a shot when it comes out, just because I'm curious about this being one of the first games, and it looks fun. And they are adding some new elements to help out with the game. So apparently they're adding a unlimited mode because the game had a 5-year graduation deadline, so you were playing against time. And some people might like it, some people might not like that, but there is the option for you to remove the deadline. There's also going to be additional events, so it seems they're going to expand on some of the characters through additional events. And also there's going to be assignments that's called Professor Ingrid's assignments, which is described as assignments that serve as a guidepost for clearing the game, allowing you to quickly determine the answer to the question, what should I do next? Because if you haven't played any of the Atelier games, or at least a lot of them, you know that these games don't tend to be a game where you play as the heroine that's gonna save the world from the demon king, or an evil god or something. These are most of the time games that you just want to chill, and they tend to have very fun, happy-go-lucky, and it tends to be something enjoyable. It tends to be a slow life RPG. And the full overview of the game by Koei Tecmo is this: I'm done saving the world. A carefree, cozy RPG adventure. At the Royal Academy of Magic, or the Academy for short, Mary is failing in her attempts to study alchemy. One day she's giving an atelier by her professor as part of a special graduation exam. In order to graduate, Mary must complete an item that will impress her professor. But first, Mary must strive to improve her alchemy skills, collect ingredients, and earn money to hire adventurers and buy recipes and utensils. Add all of that to the synthesis, battles, and quests she must undertake. And it's clear that she has a lot to do before she's ready for her exam. It's up to you to choose where to begin. Work hard to graduate from the academy, but be sure to enjoy your life along the way. And just as you heard it there, be sure to enjoy the journey. So there's not a lot of pressure of you completing. Most of the time, these games tend to be you having a good time, if I'm being honest. For me, at least. I never feel pressure, for example, when I'm playing Atelier Ryza to do something. A lot of times I'm just having fun, doing some alchemy, synthesizing new things, talking with the townspeople, getting to do some of the side quests. It's always an enjoyable time. And then, of course, there are some key features. Of course, the updated graphics. So character designs and event illustrations have been revamped. 2D animations have also been introduced in the remake. In addition, there are now 3D models of characters and stages, so players can enjoy seeing cute mini characters while they move around in the map and explore. I think the addition of 3D characters is cool. I mean, if you look at the character models, I think they look fantastic. They're of course chibi, but because I don't know how many people have played the original Atelier Mary, I haven't, but I don't know if you have. If you look at some of the screenshots and some videos of the original Atelier Mary, they were also chibi-esque, but if you compare it to what it was with this new remake, it's clearly like a revamp. They've been putting a lot of work, and I do think a lot of the 3D models and characters look really good. Plus, as they mentioned, there are some 2D animations, which, if I'm being honest, they also look really good. Of course, also, are there changes to the gameplay? As I mentioned, they added some new elements, but they're also maintaining the simplicity and flexibility of the original version, and the tutorial and navigation for the games have been expanded and improved. The methods of moving around the city and collecting items have also been modified to meet modern day demands. And then if you have played the original, there's a variety of new elements that have been added to the remake, which I have mentioned below. Even if you have a chance and play this game, there is something new for you to enjoy and to look forward to this game, and of course some of the changes. Clip, I think for what they are working with, and this is considered a remake, this is really cool. In honesty, as I said before, I am interested in this title. I will most likely get it. It looks like it's just gonna be a fun, chill time, and it's also coming out in July, which I at least think July tends to be a very calm time for video games. So there's also not gonna be much, and it's like a game that you can just chill and play and take your time with. But that's just my thoughts. As always, guys, what are your thoughts? Are you excited or maybe interested in Atelier Mary remake? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.